Starting. Yo, this joint just took like mad long to start. I had I'm saying proper and whatnot so I could speak clear and concise. And it took like legit 5 seconds to start. Anyway, what's good, guys? Your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona, host of Mind of a Gamer, fellow TOA member. And this week is a great week. You know why? The reason why this week is so great is because we all become Spider-Man. I said it on Twitter, and I will say it again here. Whether you're short or tall, big or small, we all become Spider-Man. Suit up, gamers.
I feel like you worked on this before the podcast.
No, I did not. I swear I did not work on this. This is off the top of my head. I'm not even lying to you, bro. I promise it. I promise. But yeah, as you can see, me, Mog and friends. I know Demi hates that. Mog and friends in the building. You know I got my peoples here, man. But it is another Saturday morning, and you guys already know, man, the Mog podcast, best podcast on YouTube. The best morning show on YouTube, just the best all around everything on YouTube, in my opinion, of course. You know, when it comes to something that you personally do, you got to big up yourself more than everybody else. And I feel us three, we are the best.
Level Kanye.
Facts. We are the best at what we do. We are the best at this. This is us. And we appreciate you guys rocking out with us, man, spending the Saturday mornings here. And we got some decent topics this week, man. This week's been a little wishy-washy. It was a weird week in terms of news. It was some good stuff, though. Stuff that I definitely want to get the Mog crew's thoughts on and kind of have some discussions. If you missed last week's episode, man, we had Scott Meany, DualShockers, on the show. And that was a really great show. He stole the show. To be honest, I
came with it.
I was trying to keep up. I couldn't sometimes. I was like, because we'd be talking about this, and then it would go to this type of conversation, to this, and then he said a joke, and I didn't know it was a joke because we still try to fill each other out. Pause. And he said a joke, and all you hear is Leisha go, "What?" Yo, my Lord, oh my God. Yo, listen, in my head, that was the funniest moment to me. That was like the highlight of the podcast, in my opinion. But it was just so funny because I could just picture her face when that was being said. And that's what makes it so funny. It's just to see the anger, the what? Like that look. Like, oh God, it was classic.
It was intense.
But, very intense. I was very a bead of sweat dropped out my head for that one. But yeah, man, it is another Saturday morning. And before we get into the topics, man, I got to introduce my panel, because without the panel, without my crew, without my co-hostess and host here, this podcast would not be what it is. It wouldn't be as great as it is without them. Starting with you, Miss Leash. Introduce yourself. Tell everybody how you feeling today. How's everything? What games you playing throughout the week?
All right. Hey, everybody. It's your girl, Leash. Capiche. And I didn't play not a goddamn thing this week. I'm just going to keep it real. Priorities came into play. You know what? No. I lied. I just lied. I was playing Stardew Valley before bed. But that was it. That's probably the only thing that I've been watching other people play games. I've been on Twitch heavy watching Spider-Man footage and all of that good stuff.
Spooderman.
But yeah, that was my week, pretty much.
That's what's up. Hey, listen, sometimes, being an adult trumps all.
I know, it sucks.
It does. But then it's like, when you think about it, it's like, I'm happy I'm an adult and I can, I'm doing what I do. Okay.
No, nope. I'm not. I'm not happy I'm an adult. I'm like, the dumbest thing I ever wanted to do was grow up. Okay.
I think we all feel that way. Where we're just like, when I was a kid and I'm just like, damn, man, I can't do shit. I got a curfew. I do all this. I can't wait till I'm 18. I can't wait till I'm 20. So I get up out of here. I'm ready.
And then you get to be an adult, and you realize that you still can't do shit. And now you got bills.
You got bills and shit. It's like,
oh god.
You got to plan. This is how you know adulting is crazy, because you got to plan your gaming. Right? It's like, after work, I get home at about 7:30, so I can play till at least 10, and I need at least 7-8 hours of sleep.
Man, listen.
You wake up in the morning and you stand up and you hear the cracks in your bones. It's like, I ain't 15 no more.
Right.
I ain't 18 no more. This is real life.
Starting to get carpal tunnel when you play certain games. Arthritis.
Your reaction time on games ain't as quick anymore. You're like, hold up. I gotta pause this for a second and digest what just happened.
Right.
Man said digest. Jesus.
All right, Debbie. So you're gonna make fun of my vocabulary today? Listen, I've been doing the word of the day calendar. Okay.
I really feel like you have a word of the day calendar. Like,
I mean, I have to keep my word vocabulary very good. My wordplay very good, because no woman wants a non-intelligent man. You have to speak with grace and with poise and with.
All right, stop it.
Right.
Stop it.
I'm over here trying to sound like T.I. because nobody wants that either.
You have to speak very distinct.
I feel like the Kango hat just fell on him. Now he's just using words.
Right.
I'm joking. But yo, it's always good to have Leash here. Y'all already know, newest member. Really dope. Me and Demi are happy. We like her a lot. Then we got Mog. Wait, we got the Mog boy in the building. We got the get your bowl and spoon in the morning. Remember when you used to watch cartoons? I don't know if you ever did this thing. I'm sure you did. Like, remember in the morning on Saturdays you get the big bowl of cereal? Well, I did. Listen, I was a big boy. I'm a grown boy. I gotta eat. I get the big bowl with the cereal and the spoon, sit in front of the TV and watch Saturday morning cartoons on WB11, Nickelodeon, Channel 9 used to have like I don't know if you guys ever seen that Mummy cartoon. They used to come on UPN. No, y'all didn't see that. Yeah, like, what are you talking about? So anyway, that's kind of what this is. But Demi came up with that. Shout out to Demi. Demi, how you feeling, man? What games you playing? What's up?
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Mind of a Gamer. I'm sleepy today.
Talking about me.
I want to go back to playing Spider-Man. In all honesty, I don't want to be here at work. I'm here. What have I been playing through this week? I'm playing a lot of Overwatch. I hit Diamond Rank, like I said I would, and competitive because I'm nice. I'm nice. I'm gonna say it again. I'm nice.
Nice.
You're okay. You're okay. You know.
Relax. What else have I been playing? I'm playing Graveyard Keeper, a little bit of Stardew Valley, a lot of Super Mario Odyssey. Yo, that Metro Kingdom, New Donk City is wonderful. If that sold the game for me, top 3 Mario levels of all time. Don't debate me. Don't debate me. Yeah. Wow. That Metro Kingdom was wonderful. Especially at the end when we get the band together and she's singing, and then you go through like this old school moment.
You spoiling it for me, but that's fine. I'm not gonna worry about that.
You had it longer than me.
I mean, listen, bro. Sometimes you playing games and then other games come on and it just holds your attention, and you're just
Either way, Metro Kingdom top 3, and then of course I put the Blaze on. I've been playing Yakuza Kiwami. Almost done with that.
Kiwami or Kiwami 2?
Kiwami 2.
Okay.
Kiwami 2, not bad.
Short? Is that short?
It's actually kind of long.
Okay, pause.
But, and of course the main event, Spider-Man.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Get to that puddle, man.
Like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't know the last game that's kept me up for this long, because I've been going to sleep kind of late playing this game. I went to sleep at like 2 in the morning. I went to sleep at 2 in the morning, bro. Like, oh man. You know what's crazy? I told myself, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna get some gameplay. I'm gonna do these impressions. I was like, nah, you know what? I'm gonna do it when I get home for it today, because I'm not doing it. I'm going to bed. I'm tired. I looked at the clock. It was like 2:30. Oh damn! How long did I stay up?
Yo, you get lost, man. What I tell you, you get lost playing that Spider-Man, man, swinging around the world. It's
so good.
I'm out of
I think the last game that had me like this was God of War. Cause I was staying up late playing that.
Yeah, God of War, yeah. God of War had me cheesing like I was talking about Crush or something. Like, yo, you talking to a Crush.
Oh God, it's so good. It's just I need to get off work already.
I mean, you know what it is with Spider-Man? It's still the honeymoon phase. But even though it's the honeymoon phase, it's still, you know, like a lot of games, you're excited to finally have the game that sometimes you overlook any type of issues that you may see, or like the game may not be that great.
I'm noticing the issues. Don't get it twisted. I can't play a game now without the reviewer's eye on, and that's just even when I'm playing for fun. I just notice small things. I'm just like, ooh.
You do? Like what?
Certain things in Spider-Man, like the button prompts. That's just one thing I've noticed. I'm saving a couple other things when we actually talk about it, but that's one thing I've really noticed.
Yeah, because I have some questions for y'all when we actually get into that. Because, like, I was watching gameplay and I was just sitting up there like, for the most part, everybody was just swinging on the web from, you know, because they're playing around and they're happy. They can control Spider-Man. But in my mind, I'm like, is this really a game that's like replayable? Would you want to play it for a long period of time? So yeah, so I definitely
those questions. Oh yeah, we're gonna get into. Oh, I can't wait till we get to the discussion. Oh, this is wild. I mean, Leisha is amazing. She actually got the questions lined up.
I mean, I do my homework. Okay, I was at straight A student. Well, no, I wasn't. But I had high grades, okay?
She had good grades, okay? Well, like when it came to her report card,
it's okay.
When it came to her report card, she was getting Christmas gifts.
Exactly.
She got the Happy Meal at McDonald's.
I surely did.
The Happy Meal at McDonald's.
I surely did.
Is that really a treat though for getting grades?
Hey, some kids.
That's a kid, yeah, I guess. I mean,
as a kid, bro, as a kid, not. Oh yeah, you a teenager, you go Happy Meal. No, bro.
I mean, I'm thinking back now, like in my childhood, is like, was I ever rewarded with a Happy Meal for getting grades or something? Now, like, did my mom post some shit like that? Like, oh, I'm so happy you got good grades. Take this 4-piece.
Eat them chicken nuggets, baby.
Nuggets and fries in this cheap ass toy.
Eat some apple slices, God.
Nah, back then there wasn't apple slices.
We wasn't healthy kids. They poisoned us.
Yo, that's that new, like real talk. I mean, that's new for McDonald's back in like the
no apple slices.
Oh yeah, we didn't get the apple slices. We got the real fattened stuff. Like
I was gonna say, in the 90s, it was the greasy ass little bag of fries, and it was the 4-piece nuggets, and it was a soda. You wasn't getting no apple juice and milk. No, that's what they was giving.
I wish they was giving apple slices and milk back then, man.
Yeah, right.
Yo, they wasn't giving no apple slices until all this, obese child stuff started coming up in the late 2000s. And then, all right, we got to change our shit. Back then, nah, man. You got the fries in the burger, or the fries in the nuggets, and the soda,
and that little toy, and that was
it. But yeah, for me. I'm feeling good, Saturday. It's the weekend. It's always good to have the weekend here. And in terms of games I'm playing Destiny 2. Streamed the story this week, me and my boys. The story is really good. Not better than Gall, in my opinion. I liked it, though, a lot. Now I'm just grinding to get my light up before the raid comes out next week. So I'm doing that. And they really did good. Well, they really brought back Destiny. Like, Destiny really, the change is amazing with this game. And what they did, because Destiny 2, like base game, and even the little expansions they did with the Warmind and Osiris was trash. And it was they just were fucking it up so much. But in Forsaken, they changed a lot of shit. They changed a lot of things back to what it's supposed to be. They added they brought back the grind, which is what a lot of people loved about Destiny 1, and how that whole thing was. That's what made Destiny so great. So the fact that they brought that back and brought back so many missions, so many secrets that you could find, and grinding for everything and bounties and everything, just having all that there is just really great. And it it really makes me happy, and I'm really happy with Destiny. Very, very happy with Destiny. And then, of course, Spider-Man. That's all I've been playing this week since Friday. Well, since Friday. The first night, I hate to admit this, but the first night I was on the game until 4 a.m. Yeah, it was. it really is that good, in my opinion. Then Friday, I woke up, showered, all the usual stuff. Paid bills, which made me cry, and then I was on it from like 5 p.m. until like 12, and I was doing side missions and swinging, and it really is that good of a game, which we will get into more in depth. Because I do want to pick Demi's brain on that.
I'll put my phone on Do Not Disturb. So
yo, you see what my name is on PlayStation, right? My name is Do Not Disturb. That is my name, Do Not Disturb, and in the bio it says Do Not Disturb. I'm Spider-Man. It's great. So yeah, with that being said, let's jump into the topics, and just pretty much, talk about gaming. So let's start with this Kingdom of Amalur IP acquisition. Amalur. I'm black, so whatever. But
what? Oh my god.
Kingdom of Amalur and
Amalur. You said
wait. It's Alamur.
No, say
Amalur.
Amalur. Amalur.
It's spelled it's spelled Alamur. Alamur.
No, there is no extra M, boo. It's Amalur. Lore.
Yo, hold up. Let me look at the spelling of this, because that's not how it. Yo, hold up. A-O-M. Oh, yo, I spelled
There we go. There we go.
Yo, you blind, G.
Yo, how am I educated? It's still fucking up. Yo, that's crazy.
Hey, give me the Kango hat, bro. You lost today.
Yo, oh my God, I feel so slow. Okay, y'all got it. I'm gonna hold the L for this podcast because I'm never better. Amalur. All right, Kingdom of Amalur. IP. I can't even say this shit. IP acquisition by THQ. Demi, go ahead and set this up for us, because honestly, with Kingdom of Amalur, I remember it vaguely. I don't remember it being too much hype around it. I know you was hype on Twitter with it, and I saw shout out to Tony. He was hyped, but he did point out something where it's like a lot of people that are hyped for this. Where was this energy? Was it Tony or was it BG? It was either Tony or BG, one of them. And it's like, where's this energy for the game when it first released? Which is true. In my memory, because this game released in 2012, this game wasn't getting no hype, not to the levels that it's getting now. So
well, I don't think that they spent most of their money on like the actual gameplay mechanics and the story and kind of sort of the voice actors more so than they did on their press. So that's probably why Kingdom of Amalur didn't receive the press and the accolades and the recognition that it deserved, from what I remember.
It got really good review scores. It's a 90. It's a remarkable game,
But you know how if there's like no true hype, it don't matter if like every outlet is telling you it's a good game. We live in an age where it's all about the hype, even back in 2012. So, I mean, who knows? But I remember it being a freaking amazing game. I still got it on my Xbox 360, and I might play it today too.
Hey, go ahead and stream that so I can see.
You know what it is? It was a very underrated game, and it came out at a bad time.
Yeah.
It came 2012 was Last of Us and a bunch of other stuff, right? Was that
Didn't Dragon Age come out around that time too? The second one or the
Dragon Age 2 came out around that time, and you were still coming off the wind of Skyrim.
Oh yeah. Yep. You're right.
Yeah, Skyrim back then. Skyrim was eating everything. Yo, that Skyrim
was that game.
Yeah, because you had many hours.
You had Skyrim and you had Dragon's Dogma drop, and this dropped right in between them.
And you know what? Dragon's Dogma was Whew. Yeah, I can see this game falling through the cracks. Yeah,
and you know the crazy thing, it's a hack and slash just like Dragon's Dogma.
mm-hmm.
So,
but I think the system is better. The weapon system and everything is better though. And
yeah,
Kingdom of Amalur, yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of Diablo-ish hack and slash is like Dragon's Dogma.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's the baby of those two,
mm-hmm.
but it felt much more better. But it was a very underappreciated game for its time.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of people heard of it, not a lot of people played it,
mm-hmm.
but there was so many comparison threads: Kingdoms of Amalur versus Skyrim versus Dragon's Dogma versus this RPG that came out, but it scored really high. So I'm actually glad to see that it's coming back.
So do you think that since THQ bought Kingdom of Amalur, do you think that maybe now we'll start getting backwards compatible? Like they'll, I guess, license it out to Xbox now? Like the Xbox One to make it backwards compatible?
I believe so. They should just go ahead and do it.
Yeah,
just contact the backwards compatible team.
Well, I think what they might do, they might double dip on that, and they may do like put the original on backwards compatible, which I'll hop on and play it. But I think they may also do a remaster.
I'm thinking they're gonna do a remaster. Like
that'd be better.
Yeah, they're gonna want to cash in on that because they're gonna want that money. And you know, if the hype for it now is truly genuine, I definitely see people going out and picking it up, especially if it's getting compared to like Skyrim and Dragon's Dogma and games like that. It's definitely one of those games that I could see a lot of quite a few people picking up, myself included. Because again, I never finished this, so I'd play it. I'd definitely pick it up. But it could also be a setup for a new game. We could be getting a new game from this too, or a remake. Am I the only one that wants remakes of like certain games? Like
certain games that I haven't played last gen, I would appreciate a remake. But to accommodate for the remake, make it cheap. Don't try to just shell out for $60.
Right, because we've all played
a remake costs that though.
Remake. I'm thinking of port. Remake. If you're going to do a full remake, okay, like fully remake it. You know, don't just port it, slap it for $60, and expect us to pay $60 for like an old port.
Right. That's true. It's just I think a lot of people on remakes now because look at what we have as far as new video games coming out, like especially AAA games. So a lot of people want to relive that nostalgia back when video games, the industry was like booming and really like put down heat. So
I think it's that, and I also think since gaming, because you know, back when you think back to gaming when we were first getting into it, like 90s, early 2000s, yeah, gaming was big, but it wasn't as big as it is now. And we have gaming is so accessible and it's so out there now, so intertwined into everyone's everyday lives, into pop culture, into like everything, to the point where, you know, re-releasing some of these games, you may get more sales, like, you know, because there's newer people. So it's like, oh, what's this? I never, you know, so you got those new people that's thinking this is something new, and it's like, well, no, this came out in the 2003, and then, you know, they're re-releasing it, whatever. But you know, you potentially get a new sale offer. So I kind of see why a lot of people are asking for this stuff though. Like there are people that are asking, like, you know, I know people have been asking for a Legend of Dragoon remake or a re-release for years. I remember they were asking for a Final Fantasy VII remake or re-release for years. They've been asking for people have been asking for Crash since.
People asking for Crash and Spyro for a while, and I know a lot of people have been asking for these RE2 remakes for years.
Yeah, for years. So I can see why people are starting to do it, but I think now they're seeing that a lot of people are buying these games. So they're like, all right, let's start doing more. Like the Yakuza games, a lot of people are buying those. Like those Yakuza games are very, very popular. They were popular back then, but now they're even more popular.
Yeah, and I'm deep in the fan base. Like I follow a lot of people like Bullet Hill Honey and a couple other people. Yo, they're buying like the Japanese copies, the Australian copies. Salute to them because they're doing it. You know, I just bought the US version, but they're buying like the physicals for each like different state and region. I gotta give them support. Yakuza,
but for what?
Love it. They want the physical steel books.
Oh, each region has a different steelbook?
Each region has a different steelbook.
Oh, that's dope. That's pretty dope.
So they making a demand happen.
Yeah, they're
This
fulfilling it. They already announced 3, right?
They've already got 3 is already out in Japan.
Wow.
So
Sega is. Shout out to Sega.
Well, let's just hope capitalism doesn't ruin this like it ruins everything. With the remakes and all that, let's just hope, like you said, they don't just make it like a port and like make it $60.
I don't mind the certain ports that's being done, like Capcom ported over Okami for like $20.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they did. It was 20. I was surprised. I thought they was gonna try to charge like 40
know
or something
what? You know a remake I would really like, and this is just so random. While we're on the topic, Pa Rapper the Rapper. I don't know why.
Remake?
Not a remake, but like I want them to release it. You already have it. You already have it on P4. See, I'm all out the loop. That and Jam-a-Lammy. Or at least make a new one, because those games are really fun. Like I like rhythm games, so
yeah. Parappa the Rapper 1 and 2 is on they got it on PS4. I think it's like
I got to hurry up and get me a PS4. I feel I'm so out the damn loop.
Yeah, they got Warriors as well on there.
I know, and I'm just so mad. Why wouldn't they put it on Xbox One? Because wasn't it originally an Xbox game?
No.
It was it on both systems.
It was on both. If I remember.
It was on both.
It was on both. It was on both.
But even still, like the hell.
I played it on PS3 too.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Warriors.
Yeah. The Warriors was originally just a PS2 only game. If I'm
it was
not mistaken.
Originally a PS1.
Oh, it was originally PS2 only. Really?
Yeah.
I thought
that was great. I thought that was San Andreas that was only on PlayStation. Then they bought it on Xbox.
San Andreas first on PlayStation, then it came over to Xbox.
Ah.
Yeah. But the Warrior was just PS2 only. It was only PS2.
Really? And Rockstar was throwing gems like that at us at exclusive.
Hold on, we about to look this. Well, I'm about.
I was gonna say we gonna have to. I do not want nobody in the chat. Well, Persona, on this podcast, you guys said. Like, hold on. I want to get my facts straight because I vaguely remember the war. I thought the Warriors was also on OG Xbox. I have Warriors on PS4. Yo,
It came out It came out at the same time, 2005.
On Xbox as well.
On Xbox, October 17th.
All right, pick up the hat. I mean, there was a lot of good. There was a lot of great games on PS2 and OG Xbox. Like one game for Xbox that I really want them to bring back, which I feel like this is kind of like. I feel like Gears is the evolved form of this game, but I still want that game back. Brute Force for OG Xbox. I don't know if you guys ever played that. I don't know if you guys even know what that is. Brute Force was a really, really good game that me and a lot of my friends used to play. It was a really good multiplayer game. And then, the old school split screen, 4 boxes on a TV. And, everybody's screen watching because you best believe I was screen watching.
These kids nowadays are spoiled. We used to have to share a screen.
Yo, listen, they don't know about the days of having to, you getting screen watched because they follow you. Like,
they don't know nothing about that couch co-op. Okay.
Oh yeah, but Brute Force is definitely one I wouldn't mind getting a remake. Microsoft, make that happen. But yeah, Kingdom of Amalur. We'll see what they're going to do with this IP. I feel like they're just going to do a remaster, and then if the remaster sells well, they see the demand, then they'll make a new one, if anything. But we won't. I don't see that happen for at least another couple of years. That'll be like some PS5, Xbox 2 type stuff. But moving on. So Call of Duty. Call of Duty brought out some news this week, and it's funny because with Spider-Man being out this week. And nothing else really mattered. But when COD put out the news about the blackout, I actually was paying attention. And I was really oblivious to a lot of things this week because I was so focused on Spider-Man. Like I was retweeting everything Spider-Man and just reading all this stuff about Spider-Man, reading the comics, all this stuff. So the blackout trailer did release this week. I I'm very surprised at how intrigued and how excited I am to play it because I don't really like battle royale. Maybe it's because I don't like Fortnite. I'm not gonna say battle royale. I just don't like Fortnite. I don't know. Fortnite just seems trash to me.
You're a man with dignity. That's why you don't like Fortnite.
Oh my god!
You're a man with some sense.
I thought you said something else.
What? Oh, where's the hat? Where's the hat, Demi? I'm throwing it. I'm finally throwing the hat.
I'm like, what? I had to like really listen just now. Jesus Christ. Jesus. But yeah, so like with Fortnite and stuff like that, I don't really I don't like Fortnite. I'll say that. Like I feel like Fortnite's trash in my opinion. But seeing this Call of Duty trailer for BlackOut really has me intrigued because it's first person. It's pretty much COD, but in like some huge map with 80 people, and you got to find weapons and stuff like, and you fly helicopter. So it really had me like pulled in. Where I'm like, yo, this is dope. This is. I want to play this. Alicia, I know you don't really like COD, but did you watch the trailer? What you thought?
I watched the trailer, but I remain unimpressed. I'm Simon Cowell on this panel, and I'm just sitting here like, show me something different. I mean, I haven't enjoyed a first-person shooter since I can't even remember. But no, I take that back because I do like Warframe. Warframe is really good, but to me it's not really a first-person well, it is, but it has a better storyline. But I'm unimpressed. I'm Simon right now, so yeah.
Damn.
What just happened?
No. I was just listening to what you were saying.
Yeah.
I mean, with COD, I don't know. With me, with COD has always been a huge cornerstone of my enjoyment for games. People like to say COD is casual, COD is trash, whatever. Which I can understand people's burnout for COD because even I experienced that with Call of Duty in terms of burnout. But with Black Ops 4, like I'll say this, with Infinite Warfare, I think that's where I took like a huge break from COD. Like that whole year, I didn't play no COD. Like I was just like, yo, I can't play this. Advanced Warfare, I played a lot of it with the crew, but it was trash. Ghost was like those CODs this gen really have been bad. The only good ones were Black Ops 3, and World War II was okay, but it wasn't that great. But Black Ops 4 really is setting the bar this gen when it comes to Call of Duty. After playing the beta and seeing how the guns are, it really is a different Call of Duty experience. I know people say that every year, or the developers say that, all that. I get that. But with
Madden, Madden's a different experience. Lies.
Well, I think when Madden, because I shout out to my homegirl Jaleesa. She's a Madden enthusiast. She's hardcore Madden. What she tells me is that they changed the mechanics of how the game, like what you can do within the game. Like, so one year you'll be able to like stiff arm or run a specific a lane or route or something. Then the next year you can't do it as efficiently or something. Like they do tweaks like that. But I think the core mechanisms of how Madden works, I think, stay the same. So I get what you mean. I haven't played a sports game since NFL Streets 2. Like I'm gonna be honest. That's the last sports game I played in terms of football and basketball. The last one I played was NBA Streets Home Court, which was ass. So, but with COD, I don't know. The trailer looked dope. I'll admit the trailer really looked dope, and it does have me interested. But in terms of, am I really going to play this over like, the 6v6? I don't know. I'm gonna have to play it and see. The beta comes out for it next week, Friday. Demi, what you thinking about this, man? I know you really like that Black Ops 4. And I know you're into the battle royale scene pretty heavier than me. So what's your thoughts on this?
Wait, hold up. I think Demi's not in.
Oh no. Did Demi get kicked? Oh dear God, Demi got kicked.
Oh no.
It's not my good friends today, guys. It's the Persona and Alicia show.
Hey. Ow.
The best. Why is Demi gonna come out like my phone, man? Yo, Demi. Oh no, that's an L, man. I'm gonna have to dock you $25.
Wait, and then okay, so we're gonna pass the L to Demi today,
Yeah,
but it
Demi.
wasn't his fault.
It was. Well, how we know it wasn't his fault? He probably dropped his phone, or he got spotty ass internet where he at right now. Like,
Nope. I'm not blaming Demi. I refuse.
But if I was to get kicked, I would get blamed.
Yes, you would.
How is that fair? Why don't I get the benefit of the doubt?
Because he's back. Oh, okay. Demi's back. Oh, he's back in the building. He climbed up the treehouse. He climbed up the treehouse ladder.
First off, I want to call some bias and favoritism here, Demi.
What?
Okay. If I was to get kicked, I would be blamed. But you got the benefit of the doubt, Demi.
Yes, he did.
I'm not saying there's no bias or favoritism, but there's bias and favoritism.
It's no favoritism. It's just
the work Wi-Fi ain't cooperating today.
Work Wi-Fi, damn. Somebody downloading Spider-Man. Somebody downloading Spider-Man, sucking up all the internet. Like, hold up.
Hell no.
My man pulled up in his car. He's sitting outside front of the building.
Down, bro. I don't know what they doing.
Oh man.
That's crazy. They plugged this shit up in the car. Got a TV in there and all that. Like, it's Pimp My Ride. Like, hold up, let me download this Spider-Man real quick. Oh, there goes some free internet right there. Let me download that. But what's your thoughts on this BlackOut, bro? Call of Duty.
Fire. I want it now.
He's Paula. He's Paula.
Let's go.
Fire. I don't want to see nothing else. I want to play it.
Yeah, talk to him, bro. Go ahead, lay it down for him. You understand?
This is gonna be your favorite battle royale. I don't want to hear about Fortnite or PUBG after this.
Please, I'm tired. Aren't we all? Isn't like Fortnite just like
Battlefield 5? Battle Royale.
Yo, hold on. Oh wait, isn't Battlefield 5 coming out with a battle royale as well?
Yes.
Oh Lord.
I ain't y'all playing none of it.
They gotta kill this, but listen. It looks dope. I can't. But see, with Battlefield, isn't Battlefield already a battle royale? Like, you guys, 80, 90 folks in the damn thing.
In a technical sense, it is. It's just objective-based battle royale, if you think about it.
But you got regular, like, what's the Conquest? That's what they call TDM in there, Conquest? Isn't so. Conquest or whatever it's called, isn't that like a glorified battle royale already? Because you got 30 on 30 or 32 on 32 fighting, like, I mean, come on, man. Like, that is the Battlefield. That is the battle royale.
That's 64 right there, bro.
But also it was mentioned that the matches in this battle royale for COD will be 20 to 30 minutes. Now that's where I'm kind of like,
what was that game? Paragon had like 20 to 30 minute matches. I need my time condensed.
Yeah, that's too long.
I need my time condensed. Y'all tripping.
30 minutes, I'm putting the controller down and just gotta stretch for a minute in mid-match. I'm getting shot and all. Like, 30 minutes is that's very long. And it's what, 80 players, right, Demi? 80?
Yeah, it's 80 players. 20 to 30 minutes? Yo, PUBG match is not even that long, bro.
Fortnite match is not even that long, man. Yeah. Well, see, now that's where I'm kind of worried, because I'm like, in Fortnite, Fortnite matches might be that long if you stay and watch the other players and let the match finish out. But remember, in Fortnite, you can back out immediately and go straight to another match. So it seems like it's not that long, but it may as well might be 20 minutes, 25 minutes for a match. Now that I'm thinking about
who's sitting there and just watching.
You're right. But there are people that do sit there and watch. I mean, I'm not going to be one of them.
Yeah, not
if I get killed by somebody, I'm not going to watch the guy who just killed me.
Unless I'm on a team, like somebody, like if we're on a team,
yeah, if we're playing squads, that's when I'll watch. I'll be like, oh yeah, I'll narrate something or something.
But even then, I'm like, I haven't died, so we can go. Like,
yeah, bro.
Like, yo, you take it too long.
If we playing Fortnite on Xbox or PS4, I'm probably booting up the Switch or the Vita, waiting on y'all to get wiped.
Yo, speaking of which, Demi don't even got Mario Kart. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
I had to throw that in there.
Persona, I expected better.
You messy.
Messy. I expected better from you, okay?
Wait, better from I have the game. Wow. Demi doesn't have the game. Wait, what?
You want to know what? Because I don't have the game either.
Oh shit.
Wow.
So that's why I said I expected better.
I'm holding L, yo, ladies and gentlemen. I'm catching a lot of L's today, man.
Yes, you get the L back.
Double L.
No,
Yeah,
you didn't even. We didn't even give.
today.
Yeah, we didn't give the L to Demi. We kept. You kept the L in your possession, so you keep it there. All right, you go on in the corner. You put on your dunce cap, and you think about what you just said. Okay.
Wow. You stirred the pot and the grits ran over.
The dunce cap.
Yo, guys, it's favoritism here today. I'm sorry. It's some favoritism here. It's some favoritism. It's okay. It's okay.
Persona, you're being messy today.
I'm being
messy. You're being Kanye messy.
All right, moving on to the next
All right, Kanye.
Moving on to the next topic because I'm Kanye. Oh my God! Listen, no. Like, oh,
you are
next. You about to call out Eminem? Like,
right?
Relax. I ain't that stupid, bro. I ain't coming. I'm gonna leave that to MGK. Yo, speaking with y'all, did y'all see the? This is so on topic, guys. I'm sorry, but I just watched the video before we did the podcast. I was watching the video of Nicki Minaj and Cardi B.
Oh my God, that was me all last night. I'm just looking for receipts. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? We haven't seen this amount of like pure like blackness since the Source Awards. I'm like, yes. They're bringing the Source Awards to New York Fashion Week. Yeah.
I was like, yo, why are y'all doing this around all these?
This is hip hop beef right here.
I don't exactly, and that's why I'm happy. This is true hip hop beef, and I'm just But this is a topic for another day.
Yeah, listen,
but I'm ready.
I was I just watched that and it just like I was like, damn, yo, they really going at it. And it was just fun. I'm sorry, guys. We like so off topic. Back what we talking about. Because I can sit there and make jokes about that all day.
Not on my watch.
Not I said that. Well, no, I mean, Cardi, I rock with Cardi.
You had the not, so you didn't get it. Not on my okay. Corny joke.
Right, that's my third L, guys. I'm not trying to. I can't get 5 L's. I can't get 5 L's for the end of this podcast. Anyway, let's move on.
You get 5 L's, you want the infinity gone, bro.
Right.
Isn't it 6 stones though? All right, man. We got to give you an L for that. No, that's okay. Yo, moving on. So unfortunately, guys, this is something that we all, I think all of us here own the PS2.
Yes.
And we all know that the PlayStation 2 is a cornerstone. It's that brick. Like, you ever played what's the name of the that game? Jenga, where you got to pull the blocks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And you know how you pull you be so petty and you pull the 2 blocks at the bottom and the whole damn thing sitting on one block. That's the PS2. When you pull out the first block, that's Super Nintendo. You pull out the second block, that's Nintendo 64 or Sega Dreamcast or whatever. But the third block is the PS2, because the PS2 steadfast and held everything up for so long. It did a lot. Is that you laughing, Debbie?
That is.
That's you laughing. Why are you laughing right now? Why? It held up for so long. Okay. And to a lot of people, the PlayStation 2 is the best console they've ever had. Over Super Nintendo, 64, GameCube, Sega Dreamcast, everything. PS1, Xbox. PS2 is still the best-selling console until PlayStation 4 overrides it, which it will. PS2 had a lot of quality games. PS2 created a lot of gamers, and PS2 finally in Japan. And Japan, they keep things alive for a very long time. America, PS2 kind of just, it's kind of gone. I mean, people still having it, still whatever. But when Japan is moving on from shit, this is news, okay? This is news. So Japan is finally ending its customer care support and its repair support for the PlayStation 2.
Oh,
done.
Right.
I want you guys to give me your thoughts on this, obviously, but also give me a very good memory that you have of PlayStation 2, if any. with
Cool.
PS2.
Uh,
Start with you, Leash.
PlayStation 2 was the last PlayStation I ever owned, so this kind of hits me hard because
Really?
I
Oh.
didn't have 3, of course. Right now, I don't have a 4. But yeah, so this is kind of, I guess it hits hard, but at the same time, I haven't played PlayStation since maybe. Whew, Jesus! When's the last time I played a PlayStation? Oh Lord Jesus, I'm not gonna go into that because the PlayStation fanboys are gonna come for me, and I ain't got no time for that.
Oh, no, they ain't don't worry, they won't come.
Well, I mean, I don't have time today, but don't get me wrong, I have time. So if you ever
catch her when she got time,
please do catch me when I have time. Because anyway,
she like, try me, boo boo.
Please, I'm waiting. Anyway, but not today though, because I have stuff to do. I have a life. Anyway, so I guess my best memory from PlayStation 2 would have to be, I always remember like playing what's that damn game? What's that damn Grand Theft Auto
Vice City 3?
Vice City and Grand Theft Auto. What do you say? Y'all say yuck?
I ain't say yuck. That was
I said yuck.
Y'all said yuck or like
I said
yuck. He said yuck.
Oh,
I like Vice City a lot.
Demi.
There go your first L, bro.
I like the soundtrack of Vice City. I just ain't like the game.
I feel betrayed. After I stood up for you? Are you kidding me? Are you? Are you kidding me?
I love the soundtrack for Vice City. I just didn't like Tommy Vercetti personally.
But it was Ray Liotta.
I'm gonna need you to take -2 of my L's and give them to him.
Stop it.
No. You keep your L's, Persona. This is about me and Demi right now. Listen, are you kidding me? They had Ray Liotta as the main character.
I mean, that's great, but
I am just so shocked and appalled.
Demi Savage. That's great and all, but
I stood up for you.
I greatly appreciate you standing up for me. I always stand up for you.
No, I am now Team Alicia because Persona, I'm on my own side today, guys.
Oh man.
I am in the corner of the treehouse, and I'm staring at the both of y'all with like daggers in my eyes right now because y'all are just on. Who are you guys?
How big is this treehouse? Because
yo, I'm gonna say I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy. This treehouse better be sturdy. You feel me? Because we all three can't be standing too far away. Listen, oh god.
But no, like Grand Theft Auto 3 and Grand Theft Auto Vice City, like were probably like the staples of the staple games for me for the PlayStation 2. I always remember playing what's that Tupac song with the guns, him and Bone Thugs and Harmony?
Oh, that's my song. You talking about Thug Love.
Thug Love, yeah. So I always remember playing Thug Love. You know that one mission in Grand Theft Auto 3 where it's like a long mission where you have to go to like the docks and then you have to like escape the gang members and you have to escape like the police and all that. So in order for me to like finish it, I would like play Thug Love just to get myself hyped, just to finish that one mission. That mission was hard as fuck. But yeah, so this is kind of like, it's kind of sad, but at the same time, we live in a forward moving society. So hopefully PlayStation, well, I mean, for the most part, PlayStation has been, and Sony has been keeping up, with exclusives and games and stuff like that. So it's not really it's like a bittersweet ending, I would say.
Yeah, a true ending. That's what we're getting, the true ending. That ain't the end. This is the true ending right here, for real. Demi, thoughts, man?
I would just like to say that the Dreamcast is now still being supported. It's crazy. No, I'm putting things into perspective. It's just wow. The PS2 and the Dreamcast is still getting supported. Well, the PS2 is obviously getting cut off now, but still.
Is Dreamcast still being supported now, though?
Yeah.
They didn't end support for that? Really? Wow.
Yeah, there's still developers making games for that.
Really? I need to go get me a Dreamcast then. Forget a PlayStation 4.
Oh well, okay. All right now.
All right.
I could play because I could play Power Stone.
You can get a Vita and play Power Stone.
I don't want a Vita.
Real now.
I want a Dreamcast.
You want a PlayStation? You had it right.
Real now.
You be quiet, Demi. I'm still mad at you.
But my greatest memory of PlayStation 2, honestly, SmackDown versus Raw 06. I played the hell out of that game. Me and my brother had constant back and forth on that game. Just creating titles, special characters, all of that, man. That's like by far. I played San Andreas, I played Max Payne 2, I played Burnout. I played a lot of games on my PlayStation 2, but nothing's gonna top that for me.
Mm-hmm.
Was that was that the wrestling game where China was still on it and she was dating short Latino dude?
Eddie Guerrero?
Yeah. I haven't watched wrestling for a very long time.
I believe that was part of it.
Because I remember playing that. I think, but I haven't played a wrestling. I haven't played a wrestling game. Oh God.
Yo, SmackDown versus Raw 06 was like the peak of wrestling games, and then they kind of just started falling off.
I ain't played a wrestling game. So
long.
I still watch it, but I ain't played a wrestling game in a minute.
I don't even watch it. The last wrestling I've watched was like once that whole like Khalid, that big dude, and
the great Khalid
and like AJ and all, when they all started like coming, I was like, I'm done. I'm done with all that.
I feel like wrestling now is better than like the transitional era that it was going through in like 2009 to like 2013. Because around that time, that's when it like got shaky and bad. But now it's fire.
I've been peeping like some like side little clips that they post up and whatever, and I watch like the highlights from like the rest. I always watch all the highlights from like the WrestleManias or whatever, just to stay within somewhat of the loop, because wrestling has a very near to my heart, because I've been watching wrestling since I was a little kid. So I'll never hate it, but I can't just like watch it faithfully like every week. I used to be glued to the TV. Fridays for SmackDown, Mondays for Raw. Every week. It's just that's not there for me anymore.
I'm just here for the. I'll go ahead. My bad.
Go ahead.
I'm just here for the matches. Honestly, I'm not here for like the dialogue or anything like that. I mean,
the promos is trash. The promos will never beat the 80s and 90s promos. Those promos are legendary.
All right, off topic. Favorite wrestler? Mine is Ric Flair. Go.
Undertaker.
Okay.
Either Undertaker or
easily.
What'd you say, Demi?
Shawn Michaels, easily.
Oh my God. But I like Shawn Michaels, but no, either Undertaker or the Dudley Boys. I really like them a lot. Those were my dudes, man. The Dudley Boys. Oh man. Undertaker though. If I only could choose one, Undertaker for sure. Which wrestler did you not like the most? Like that you just didn't like?
That dude with the gold face paint. Gold whatever.
Oh, Gold does?
Yeah.
What about you?
For a while, I didn't like John Cena.
What?
I mean,
how can you like somebody you can't see?
We gonna end this.
All right.
Corey took time.
Right, we gonna have to end this because I didn't see it coming either.
And you know what? I was like, I feel like somebody's gonna say something, and I jinx myself.
Oh my God, bro.
Corny joke time with Alicia.
Oh my God. Okay. I actually didn't like Rikishi, because I feel like
another one.
I don't know, like I ain't like how they were trying to do big people. I'm like, listen, man, everybody not doing this type shit. And what his super or his special, I'm like, bruh, no, no to all of this, bro. No. I'm like, yo, how much they paid The Rock though? When he did it to The Rock, I'm like, yo, they had to give Rock.
They had to cut the check.
They had to cut a check because yo,
Complex cut the check that day.
If McMahon come to me like, hey, look, you fighting Rikishi? Yeah, I'm hitting it with that Ike Turner look like he doing the special or not, baby. If he doing the special, I ain't fighting, man. We really gonna be scrapping, bro. I'm throwing heads, man. I'm not like, no man's ass, yo. You get bad thinking about it, man. Hold up. All right. For me personally, PS2 was definitely a big part because like I was still playing Game Boy Color at that time, and I was doing PS2. And PS2 was just like one of my favorite games in PS2 is Warriors, Chaos Legion, which is pretty much, it's made by Capcom and it's a Devil May Cry knockoff. It really is but it was like a really good game. I loved it a lot. So Chaos Legion, Naruto Ninja Storm, not Naruto Ultimate Ninja, the side scroll fighting game. Me and my friends used to play that a lot. And one of the most iconic games that ruined friendships, Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. Okay, me and my friends, I remember as a kid, well, not a kid, but I was a teen, but as a teen, and God of War as well, we used to every day come home, pull out the PlayStation, and we would all just take turns fighting each other all afternoon on Budokai 3. Either we'd go to my house or we'd go to my friend's house. And those games were like, memory-wise, like obviously I played a lot of other games, but memory-wise, those 4 games really sat with me a lot because when I first played Warriors, I snuck and got the game because when I went to go buy the game with my mom was like, we're not buying this. And I'm like, yo, come on, can I get it? Please. She wouldn't buy it for me. And then when I got my allowance, I went to I went to one of the side stores that sell games, and they'll sell to anybody because they don't give a fuck. And I bought the game. And whenever I played, I'd only play it at night, and I put the volume really low so you could hear. Then my mom caught me with the game, and she whooped my ass. She beat me. Oh, and Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. Another. And
I forgot about Kingdom Hearts.
Final Fantasy 12, which is.
Boo.
Okay. I'm gonna need all of you to relax. What we're not gonna do. We're not gonna disrespect the God. Final Fantasy 12. Okay.
No, you just said the what?
The God.
No.
God.
No.
God.
No.
Are we having convulsions on this podcast?
Listen, man. Another funny story too with PS2, real quick before we move on. When I wanted PS2, when PS2 first came out, my mom actually wouldn't buy it for me. So I cried like crazy. I'm not going front. I was crying. I was like, no, I want PS2, please. I think because my grades were kind of like bad that semester, that year, or whatever. So she wouldn't buy it for me. So the day before Christmas, we're in the house. There's the tree up, but there's no gifts, right? So I'm sitting there mad as hell, bro. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I'm so pissed off. And then my grandmother shows up to my house, and she got this big ass box with her, and she pulls out the PS2. I was like, yo, my mom was arguing. Why'd you buy him that? He don't need no more games. He got all this. He needs this. My grandma was like, "Oh, let the boy live." I was like, "Yo, I love you so much." Yo, she bought bad games, and I was hyped. And I was just like such a good, memorable moment. And she bought the PS2 for me. And what she bought? I think she bought me SOCOM or something else. But yeah, let's move on. PS2, guys. That's it. That's the end of its life. Unfortunately,
it's so hard.
I was gonna sing that.
To say goodbye to yesterday.
Yo, I was gonna sing that when I was gonna introduce this topic. That I thought about. I said, I'm already on 3 L's. let me chill.
I'll take that. And it's not even an L because I did it so smooth. I don't get L's. Okay, I just give them. Shut up.
Womp womp womp.
Shut up. Oh, so I get an L? That's how y'all gonna do me?
You get two L's. One for singing a song. Hold on. You get two L's. I feel like
Denzel Washington and Trinidad right now. Y'all gonna do this to me?
You get two L's. One for singing a song and two for thinking you can't get no L's. Two L's.
I get no L's. Okay.
So you got two L's. I got three, and Demi got one. All right,
I have one L. I have zero really, but I'll take one. I ain't taking two. You the leader. You on the L leaderboard right now. So.
Oh God.
You have two L's, so we'll leave it at that.
But you have the golden L. So I mean, do we really?
Got the platinum L. What you mean? Like,
oh well, I'm sorry, platinum L.
No, you got the platinum L. I'll take the gold.
The platinum L. You know what? Let's just move on. Okay, we'll discuss this in our little sidebar. Damn it.
Yo, guys. So moving on. It's gonna be hard to get through the rest of these topics, Willie.
Giving me some L's. That you kidding? Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Oh
man. Yo, you not about to. Yo, what you not about to do is you're not about to pull no Temptation movie references out on me. You're not doing that here.
Oh man.
I'm gonna pull out some 5 parking references. Hold on. Let me watch. I got you. It's gonna be unexpected. So moving on. So let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys eat in games? And be honest. Do you eat and play games?
I eat, but I don't play games while I eat. Honestly.
Do you?
I don't, because it takes away from both things that I really enjoy. So I do one and then the other. Yeah.
It depends. I don't like if it's like dinner or breakfast. I can't eat and play.
Persona be in Doritos and getting
no
dirty. Yes, you do.
No, hell no. I'm a Ruffles guy.
That's an L.
What you? Oh, whoa, wait a yo. What? Ruffles is the yo.
The only people who still eat Ruffles are like wearing what is it? The pediatric shoes, the geriatric, whatever.
What?
And
no,
she calling you old, bro.
Yo. They wear cardigans, and
I mean, I wear cardigans to work, but that's besides the point.
Oh,
cardigans are nice. They're very nice.
Take that L with grace.
Oh,
yo, man, listen, I'm not taking no L's. I'm still at 3. I don't care what nobody say. I'm at 3 L's.
No more.
So Xbox is releasing a controller, and it's not one you can buy in America. But I thought, like, when I first saw this article, I thought this was a troll because Spider-Man's coming out this week. So I figured, because Xbox is so known for putting out a lot of controllers. I thought this was I thought this legit was a troll article that someone just made just to kind of to make fun, poke jokes, whatever. When I looked at it and I saw this was an actual thing, my jaw dropped because I'm like, what? A grease-proof controller. I couldn't believe it because I'm like, one, who the fuck?
That's so gross.
I can't have no greasy hand. Like, first off, I'm a serial hand washer. Let's get that out the way. I wash my hands maybe 4 or 5 times a day, 6 times a day, 20 times a day, just because wash your hand. Like, your hands touch everything in the world. Mm-hmm. So it's like like I don't like when I'm out, I don't touch my face until I wash my hands. Like I don't do that. I don't. No. So, like, the thought of having greasy hands and playing a game and the controller, I can't imagine gamers that play like that, or even Doritos. Doritos, that shit sticks. It's like the Dorito residue gets in your skin because even if you wash your hands, your shit orange. You smell the Doritos. It's in your damn nails and the crevices and all. Like that stuff gets really baked into there, and it's like the thought of eating Doritos and touching your controllers, that's very disgusting to me. I'm gonna be honest. That's extremely disgusting. Like, I'll eat a chip or something like that if I'm playing a game, but not nothing to that degree to where my shit's getting greasy and I can't do that. But what do you guys think about the controller? Can you see Microsoft going full force selling this like on some real open market stuff?
This controller is stupid AF. In my opinion. But I see what they're trying to do. What's the general consent, the general thought of a gamer? Normally people, when they think of a gamer, they think of people who are obese, they sit in their house and They just stare at the screen and they eat while they're playing the game or whatever. Like they don't move from that spot. So I mean, it's just, and to me, it just kind of reinforces that stereotype, and it's stupid. A grease-proof Xbox One controller.
Making no better, the damn picture is the damn controller on top of some chicken, and it's like
exactly
why? Like who like what? Like,
but you know what? Only in Australia, because you know they they in their own little bubble.
Somebody taking the word chicken dinner a little too literally here. For
yo, listen, Demi, and then the chicken. I ain't gonna talk about the chicken because the chicken look like it needs to be.
The chicken don't even look that good, bro.
Yeah, it look like they need to put some more seasoning and some.
Well,
put it in the oven a little bit longer, but
you know, by Black people standard, we're really we don't play about no unseasoned ass chicken. I wish I would take a bite into some unseasoned ass chicken. Don't you ever, anybody who's on this podcast chat, if you don't season your chicken, we not friends no more. And it's not just salt and pepper. Okay, damn it.
Oof.
You better put some Lowry's on that. Lowry's.
Barry said that's racist.
It is not racist. It's a stereotype, yes, and stereotypes are based off of fact. Let's be honest. So
first off, Lowry's. Hold on, I just thought about Lowry's. Nah. We need to get the adobo. We need to get the garlic. What you? Yo, hold up, man. Don't have me ship some chicken out to you.
Adobo, but you know,
Yes,
I've been living in the South. I've been living in the South for a very long time. Okay, so maybe that might be some up north stuff, but nobody down here uses adobo.
What?
No.
Sazon. Because adobo has garlic, pepper, salt, all that stuff, onion powder, and all that. But if you use the Sazon one, it's like spicy or whatever, a little bit of
adobo,
Sazon, some onion powder, some garlic, some a little bit of salt, some pepper,
some garlic.
First off, wash your chicken. Let's get that off the way.
Yes,
wash
First
chicken
step.
with some lemon and some vinegar.
Yes,
right?
Okay.
Cut off the chicken. Listen, my mama taught me how to cook. Mama, grandmama, aunt, I know how to cook.
Okay. But you're still gonna keep the L's though. Don't think that that's gonna redeem you.
So moving on. So this grease controller, Devin, how you feel?
I'm gonna be honest, bro. The younger me would have loved this controller way back then.
Oh,
the younger you, damn.
The younger me would love the controller way back when. When I was a dirty little munchkin. I'll be honest, but now, why? Like of all things, who's literally just scarfing down chicken and just playing the game, bro? Why?
They be like, yo, I upgraded. I cut my pizza into little squares for you. I don't even pick the pizza up no more.
I eat it with a fork and a knife.
But of all things now, why a grease-proof controller? And I usually support the colorways that come out. Like they have some dope colorways that's coming out, the Phantom Gray, but this is just unnecessary, if anything. Honestly.
Very much so.
To go to something that Leash has said in terms of like the stereotypes of gamers, I mean, this inadvertently, this does kind of show that companies are omitting that they too either feel or agree or see that these stereotypes are to be true to some degree. Because I can't see you sitting in a marketing team meeting saying, "Hey guys, so what's the next idea? I know, a grease-proof control," without there being some type of stereotype there. Like, what's the stereotype when you go to these conventions that, you know, a lot of these people don't wash, don't shower, like that type of stereotype, which is I mean, me personally, I can't see myself not taking a shower, like, you know, especially, you know, when you're a big dude, you know, you gotta be extra cautious because, you know, you don't want to be that stereotype within that realm. So it's like when you couple in the gaming realm, it's like, yo, like these stereotypes are there. People not being hygienically, not being able to take care of their bodies, like, washing, brushing their teeth, getting a shape up, getting a haircut, washing it, like, these types of everyday things. And I remember me and Demi and we on like a podcast a long time ago. Remember Demi when we were talking about the gaming disorder thing? About people rather play the game than take care of their everyday duties, like going to work or paying bills or washing or things that they need to do to kind of sustain themselves. They ignore for the game. So that type of stereotype and the stereotypes like that, those do exist. And really, a controller, like, in my opinion, I mean, some people may look at this and just say, oh, it's a joke, or it's just them. I'm looking at it like, yo, this is reinforcing already baked in stereotypes that are there.
But I mean, honestly, and this is me kind of playing both sides, but when you go to these cons and events, I mean, the stereotype does come to light sometimes. When you
it does. No, that's what I'm saying. Like the con, like Smash players. Stereotype. That is, listen, I go to Comic-Con every year out here in New York. PSX we go to every year, me and Demi, like the crew. I've gone to like little mini tournaments and stuff like that here in the city. I hate to say this because I am a part of this community, but that's the nightmare stories that I've heard about Evo and like the smells from like the Smash Bros. It's true. Like,
and they say stink like some Smash stink. So
yeah, they say Smash players smell the worst.
Really?
That's what they. Yo, listen.
How y'all turn a lovable party game into that?
And what they said, Debbie, that the reason why like some of the players may not watch is to throw their opponent off.
To throw the opponent off. And
really?
Make them lose. Look, you out here smelling like some dirty boots.
You smelling like the under of the bottom of Patrick's rock.
Like freaking earring backs and horse hiccups. The fuck.
Earring backs and horse hiccups.
Yes.
What is that? Like what?
Some you don't want to smell.
Horse hiccups though. Horse hiccups. Yo, so yeah, unfortunately stereotype is true, and I say this all the time. Especially like, for people that are bigger or big people, you have to take extra precautions, man, like taking showers and washing, like.
But that don't negate the skinny people either, because y'all better take some baths too. Y'all can't go 3 days without taking no showers.
Take a shower. Listen, and a 5-minute shower ain't cutting it. And nope. Not using a loofah or a washcloth, or like you need to you have to scrub your body. You got to scrub it. You got to get in the cracks and crevices and wash your belly button and stuff. Like, yo, listen. And you got to do deodorant, powder, lotions, oils if you black.
What you said? Did you just say if you black?
Huh? No.
Oh, I was about to say we're not the only ones that have to use lotion.
No, not lotion. I said oil.
Oils.
But
you said if you black, right?
And what else you got to put on there? Like powder and things like that. Those types of things is what you want to put on your body and you want to use.
Well, damn, Persona. Tell us how you really feel.
I enjoy the fact that Persona just like, are you not gonna interrupt me no more?
I'm not about to look me into no L's for the rest of this podcast. Okay? That's not happening today.
All right now, Uncle Ruckus. The hell? Oils, and make sure you put all your lotion in your oils, you Negroes.
Oh man, y'all funny today. Y'all stupid. So yeah, I mean, the grease food controller, only 200 of these, so it ain't like, it's not mass market. You can only get it in Australia, but to the 200 people that get this,
the only benefit I can say for this is that it would be great for kids. That's like the only upside I can see for this.
Oh yeah.
But that's a big ass controller for a kid, man. Them Xbox controllers is big, man.
My daughter plays with the Xbox fine, and she has 9-year-old hands. So if you could pick Demi, if you could pick up a whole Chicago style pizza, you shouldn't be complaining about an Xbox controller. I don't know what's
Demi, why is she coming for both of us today?
I told her I'm Team Alicia today. Y'all both disappointed.
She ain't team New York today. She coming to Chicago. OD today, bro.
I'm ATL College Park today in my own little corner.
All right, man. Listen,
look, y'all got a whole L's for having Young Jock alone. So
wait, first of all, but we also have Ludacris, we also have 2 Chainz, and we also have we could go down the list. Okay, College Park ain't just Young Jock. All right.
Meet me in the trap is going down.
Chicago has R. Kelly.
Okay.
All right, we know you see it. We know you see it. We know you see it. We know you. Oh no. Thank you. We know you see it.
Moving on.
So yeah, moving on to the next topic because I'm done with the grease. So Sony exec, man, listen, guys. I'm someone, I'll admit Sony is my preferred platform. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. It is.
Well, you don't say.
Hell. And one of the things about being seeing a company or being a part of PlayStation or something that you like, you always want to see PlayStation do great. You do. And also a part of being a supporter is you have to be able to call out your favorite company or your favorite console when they move in a certain way. You kind of like, what, you ain't have to say it like that. I get it, but you know how people are, like, they misconstrue what things are said. So the Sony exec, shoot, man, where is the? Oh, okay, here we go. So Sony exec, he pretty much dismisses Fortnite crossplay controversy, and he says some of the most savage stuff. But I'm like, this is cocky Sony right here. He's like, PlayStation is the best place to play, and he says on cross-platform play, our way of thinking is always that PlayStation is the best place to play. Fortnite, I believe, partnered with PlayStation is the best experience for users. That's our belief. But actually, we already opened some games as cross-platform with PC and some others. So we decided based on what is the best user experience. This is our way of thinking of cross-platform. And that was Kenshiro Yoshida that said that, and he is the CEO, the Sony CEO. See, this is kind of a double-edged sword, because on one hand, I agree. I agree PlayStation is the best place to play. Best place to experience. And realistically, if you look back in history and look back in time, PlayStation has been doing crossplay way longer than Sony or Xbox. Let's keep that serious. And I also understand, coming from a business perspective, you're supposed to think your platform is the best place to play. You're supposed to big that up. I get that. Now, we're on the other side of the spectrum, like, you could have worded this a little bit differently, because it kind of comes off as you saying, well, whoever wants crossplay, fuck you, we don't care. Like, there's ways of telling people no without actually being as harsh, because you don't want to upset the communities. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. But how you feel about this, Leash?
I mean, I haven't, like I said, played a PlayStation in very long. But I mean, is this something that cross-play is something for Fortnite is something that the gamers, people who actually pay the money and support PlayStation, this is something that they want? Just so I'm clear.
No.
It's not nothing that they want.
This is something that it's okay. So the crossplay argument, or the crossplay outrage, it's a culmination of things. It's the fact that with Fortnite, and we're gonna focus on just Fortnite in this first bit. With Fortnite, the original issue was that okay, Fortnite was, it's on Xbox and it was coming to Nintendo, and people that already play Fortnite on PlayStation wanted to play Fortnite on Nintendo, but they couldn't link their Epic accounts. They had to create a new account, and Epic said that this was because PlayStation was blocking the ability for you to use your purchasable items that you purchased on PlayStation other way. So it was more, that whole anger was more so because of cross buying and those types of things being, something that would, that people want. But then it manifests into, oh, why is it that Xbox and Nintendo we can crossplay, but we can't crossplay with PlayStation?
So
and
essentially,
So
essentially, with PlayStation, you have to buy everything twice. So if you have a PlayStation and a Nintendo Switch, you have to buy Fortnite stuff twice. Like,
did they fix that? I think they fixed it. I think
Epic, they fixed that. Yeah,
Epic fixed it so that now you can link because everything is not through PlayStation, it's through Epic. And this is where the argument came, where it's like, well, is this really Sony's fault? Because you're still, this is an Epic account. This isn't a PlayStation account. But people were saying that it was a policy of PlayStation to not allow the linking of other cross-platform consoles. You can do it on PC, but not on like Xbox or Nintendo. That was the policy in PlayStation. So Epic fixed that. So now if you buy something on PlayStation, it's bought across the board. So if you sign in on Xbox or Nintendo or PC or whatever, you'll have whatever you bought already. Which personally, I feel like that was an Epic thing anyway, but everybody was coming at PlayStation. Now the second part of this cross-play ordeal is the fact that people are they're crying. People are bitching, complaining, and crying at the fact that Sony isn't on board with Nintendo and Xbox on doing cross-platform play on consoles.
So
Sony already does cross-platform play on PC and mobile. They just don't do it with Xbox and Nintendo like Xbox and Nintendo do with each other and with PC and everything else.
Okay. So so I get it now. But my thing is, like, who's really complaining? Is it true PlayStation users that are complaining? That's what I think I was trying to ask. Or is it everybody else in the industry that's complaining?
It's everyone else in the industry.
So, I mean, honestly, PlayStation has every right to be like, well, our system is the best to play games on. Our fan base is saying, that they're cool. So, fuck everybody else. I mean, honestly,
you're right.
But
the question, the original question you asked is kind of, it kind of goes both. Demi, help me out here, because it goes both ways, because it's not just when you really think about it, the PlayStation fan base is fine because people are going out and still buying PlayStations.
Right.
And I said this before. I said this is a long time ago in a podcast. I said if crossplay was really that important to people, and if people really were against the whole against Sony on the whole crossplay thing, Sony wouldn't be winning NPDs every month. Sony wouldn't be going out and buying their games and supporting the product. Really felt the way you felt about crossplay with Sony, because a lot of people were trying to say that Sony was anti-consumer because of the fact that the crossplay stuff isn't, it's not what it is.
Right.
Is it Sony fans? I'm saying no, but maybe a little, like out of 100%.
But I think
maybe 10.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm thinking like PlayStation people who like play PlayStation, I want to say they probably more than likely only have a PlayStation, whereas I feel like more Xbox users have both. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
You think so?
I can see that in a way. I would say, if anything, I think a lot of PlayStation users that bought PlayStation first, I feel like they have a Nintendo. They have Switch. They may have like Switch and PlayStation. I have all three, obviously. Demi has all three. There are people that do have all three.
Because I ain't got to worry about a thing.
Me neither. Right. But I can say that your statement is a yes and no. It's a yes and no, because yes, I do feel like a lot of PlayStation owners don't own an Xbox, or they did at some point and maybe sold it because lack of exclusives, whatever the case may be.
Right.
As opposed to people that own an Xbox, most people they'll have a PlayStation as well, because they still the Xbox is still their favorite platform. They still want to play those Xbox games, but they also can't ignore the fact that PlayStation is releasing heavy hitter games, so they do have both, or they have all three. They have the Switch as well, or whatever the case may be. So, yeah.
But I mean, at this point, it's just like I feel like Sony, and this is I don't even have a PlayStation, but I feel like Sony is on top of their game, off of exclusives alone, and the fact that their fan base is fucking solid. So I mean, I get what he's saying, and like you said, like if I make it, like let's say me, you, and Demi all have like game systems, and we're in the market of capitalism is all about consumerism, which is all about money, and it's a competition. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna be like, well, the leash system is better, so I would prefer you all to play it on my system as opposed to trying to like cross play with your system, like Persona. So I get it. They want that money, and I mean, so I don't have no issues with it.
Let me ask you this question: do you feel that cross play, like in your time of, and I'll speak to this gen, have you ever like felt that crossplay is something that has crossplay ever entered your mind? Let me just ask you that question. Like, just through this whole generation, has crossplay ever entered your mind to the point where you're like, damn, man, I wish I can play this game with PlayStation guys, or I wish I can play this with PlayStation or Switch guys? Like, has that ever entered your mind in terms of crossplay?
No, because honestly, crossplay is stupid. Let's just keep it real.
Whoa.
Wait, no, let's
you gonna have the fanboys at your
I don't care. They could bring their grease stain on the controller. I'm just playing. No,
they
don't come for me today. Like I said, I have stuff to do. All right, you could probably come for me tomorrow, but I got time tomorrow. But no, like crossplay is kind of stupid, because if I wanted to play with PlayStation people, I would just buy me a PlayStation. If I wanted to, and I understand like not everybody has the sources and the money and the income. So at this point, do you ever see Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo getting all on the same page and creating one console that they can you could play with everybody in the world?
No.
Exactly. So that's the thing. Exactly. So there's no way in Sam Hill hell we could just throw that idea out the window that PlayStation is really going to cooperate with Xbox and Nintendo and have a game that we could all play together. And if they do, damn it.
I mean, there are developers who's been trying to reach out to make that happen, though.
I mean, they could try, but at the end of the day, it's Xbox and Nintendo and PlayStation's decision.
True, and they were trying to get Final Fantasy 14 on Xbox, and you see how that went.
Exactly.
And Defiance as well.
Yep.
And again, my issue too is I think the reason why a lot of people are blowing this out of proportion is because Fortnite is the hottest game out right now, or it's super popular. So there's a lot of eyes on Fortnite. So when you have a lot of eyes on Fortnite, why not attach a cause to that? Just to because you know how people are like. I know I remember back in the early 2014. One of my friends on Facebook, he would post a picture of a hot chick and post his question above to get people to look, because he wanted people to see what he was, what this is, or people with misleading thumbnails to get you to click the videos and all of the, I feel like this whole, especially with Xbox and Nintendo, my thing is Nintendo going to put Mario on Xbox?
No,
because if not, then I don't. Then if not, then none of this shit matters.
Every time I hear you say that, it's like they wouldn't make that extreme jump. It depends on the game, but they wouldn't make the extreme jump to have Mario on Xbox.
Never. I don't ever see that happen.
Now, a small crossover. A small crossover or something where like, oh, a Spartan has on Samus's suit or something, that would make more sense than Mario just instinctively being on Xbox.
The reason why I asked that is because, you know, in terms of crossplay, what people want when it comes to crossplay is like fighting games and shooters and like things like that. Like, not
we want the big heavy hitters.
Soccer League and Rocket League and fucking and Minecraft. Like, no one wants that.
Yeah, the only games that I know are like really like cross play compatible right now, like the big free to plays. Fortnite, well, Rocket League you have to buy. Paladins and a couple others.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so you don't think that with crossplay, somebody's going to end up losing out on money? You ever thought about that?
I've said this.
Somebody's going to get the short end of the stick, which is why the gaming industry and the Xbox and PlayStation, that's basically why they don't really want to do crossplay. They want you to buy multiple games from the multiple platforms or whatever. Like, why would I want to eat with my competitor? There's no. Like
that's the thing,
market share.
That's the end. Like, they're literally, honestly, enemies. They're battling each other. So what that doesn't. Who brings an olive branch to a no, nah. I don't see it happening, and I think
that olive branch though, because I want to know what you was going to. What you bring that to? Bring the olive branch to though. Where we go with that? Like, bring the olive branch to Chili's.
Right.
I mean, in terms of, and my fault, Demi. Go ahead and get your thoughts. Cause we've been talking too much. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. Y'all got it.
They'll be like, in terms of, I don't know. In terms of this crossplay stuff, like I again. Would crossplay be cool? First off, crossplay is already established. Crossplay has already been established with PlayStation since PS2. Let's get that out the way. Like, let's not act like PlayStation hasn't been doing crossplay for over a decade. They have, right? Let you know, Nintendo and Xbox are playing catch up to this. So let's get that established. Now, would it be cool to have crossplay with PlayStation and Xbox and Nintendo? Sure, in a perfect world, it would be cool. But is that my sole purpose for picking up a PlayStation? No. Is that my sole purpose for buying these games? No. Do I have friends that are on Nintendo and on Xbox and on? Yes. Do I wish that I can play with them on something? I'll just go buy it. Now, obviously, everybody isn't thinking like that. But again, and I say this a lot, you have to. You think as a consumer, but you also have to understand from the business side of things as well. Now, a lot of people, I'm not a part of, I'm not the business, I'm not this, I'm not that. True, you're the consumer, so you only care about yourself. But again, gaming, and this is from Barry. Shout out to Barry, man, because Barry's been saying this for a long time, and it's true. Gaming is a selfish experience. When I'm playing games, I'm not playing games for Demi. I'm not playing games for Leash. I'm not playing games for I'm playing games for me. I'm playing games for my enjoyment. You feel me? My enjoyment is what comes first. I enjoy what I'm getting from the consoles that I have, mostly. So I don't personally see an issue. Now, everybody's different. Everyone we have gaming politicians and things like that, whatever. Everyone's different. People want the togetherness of the gaming, which I get, and that's fine. But let's not act like Sony ain't been doing this for X amount of years.
I only want crossplay for MMOs on the consoles. That's about it.
That would be nice.
That would be cool.
That would be.
Final Fantasy 14 is crossplay with PC.
That's what I'm saying between the consoles, not PC.
Between the console. Okay, I get you. Okay.
Yeah, stuff like I play Neverwinter and I play Terra. I would like to see crossplay between those. But everything else, I just I don't play Fortnite, so I don't care about that.
Right.
Paladins is cool, but I'm playing against Switch people and
I know I gotta get Paladins on Xbox to play with you and see how they play. I gotta see that. Man. I gotta see. I might download Paladins on Xbox and get COD and see how they play. I gotta see that. Well, this is so to kind of segue into the next topic. The boss, one of the bosses, shout out to Mike Ybarra, man. One thing about Mike Ybarra I do like, he be out here in these Twitter streets, and he will respond to you, and he be in the fanboy posts. Like, he do be in the fanboy posts, and he be posting some fanboy stuff himself. Shout out to Mike Ybarra, man. He cool, and I'm gonna share my screen for this because I want y'all to see this. Hold up, present to everybody. So Mike Ybarra, shout out to Mike. So Mike Ybarra says, still isn't listening to gamers. All games should be crossplay and progression with the right input, flexibility, and gamer options. Sony boss dismisses crossplay controversy. So Leash, I'll start with you. How do you agree with that? How do you feel? How do you feel about that? Like, we just literally just went to this long thing, but just seeing that the Microsoft exec, big, this is a big head that's, outright just saying, look, this isn't right. This is what gaming should be. Do you feel that what he's saying is genuine? Do you feel like it's just, he trying to capitalize off of the negative press?
So what Xbox lacks in exclusives, they gain in how they market themselves. Mm-hmm. That's why people still go out and buy Xboxes. Let's just be honest. So what he said was smart because he's an agitator at this point. So he's poking the fire to get people to be like, well, that is true about Sony or whatever. Well, yeah. Why aren't they listening to us? They don't care about us. So I get it. But when he said still isn't listening to gamers, this is when I go back to what gamers? Because like I said, people on PlayStation Island don't care. Like, and that's why this is just, I don't know. He's smart for saying, well, at the moment, tweeting what he did, but still isn't listening to gamers. Okay, go and buy a PlayStation. But I understand not everybody can afford all three systems. So I'm just kind of on the fence with this one. But yeah, that's my take on it.
Demi, how you feel, man? You seen Mike Ybarra's you seen the stuff he be posting.
And I see him in the comments. He's like going in. He's actually replying to people.
Yo, listen, real talk, shout out to Mike Ybarra, because like I said, he be swinging for the fences, man. So he'll come for the fanboys. Like, he'll be in them fanboy tweets responding and on some real listen, type, like on some real.
I just kind of wish they pay attention to the people who give them legitimate ideas instead of the people that they know that they're stirring the fire and fueling the pot. Like, what they're doing. I've always hated this because I've tweeted them some legitimate stuff before, and it just got swept under the rug. But anytime a fanboy would make a comment, they always pay attention to it.
Yeah,
I've always hated that, and I don't know why. I understand what he's trying to do, but still, dude, you should have just kept that tweet to yourself personally, because it just don't make no sense for you to actually respond to it in public like that.
It's just stir the pot, though. You know how that goes. Remember when PlayStation first came out, PS4 and Xbox, they did the reveals. I remember when Adam Boyce and Shuhei, they did that video, this is how you share games with your friends, and they showed them showing the physical, giving a physical copy. So they poke fun at each other. Let's be real. But with something like this, the reason why I feel like things like this can be very detrimental, not necessarily to PlayStation's brand or to either brand, but it breeds misinformation, because part of what Lee said is true. What gamers, what gamer is, because if you're someone reading this and you're a gamer, you're looking at it I don't care about this, and so it breeds that type of misinformation, to where you'll have people making videos and making posts speaking in a general sense about something that isn't true. But then you also had that other part of it where it's like, people, you know, a lot of people these days, and it's not everyone, but there is a good portion of people that don't do research. So again, that misinformation gets breeded and gets passed on and gets passed on and passed on. PlayStation's not doing crossplay. PlayStation do this. PlayStation do that. Xbox doesn't do this. Xbox doesn't. Xbox doesn't. Like, it's this misinformation, and it just keeps getting. It keeps replicating. It keeps growing. It keeps going into what it is, into to the point where we have people complaining about things that they weren't complaining about 3 years ago. We have people complaining about things that they weren't complaining about 10 years ago. We have people complaining about things that didn't matter 3 years ago, but matter now. Why? Because that misinformation and people that feed that, they get ill-informed, and this is what you breed. I don't want to say stupidity, but you breed, you know, oblivious people, like people that are just oblivious to what's really going on. And it's not just in gaming, that's just in general, you know, like in politics and real world issues and things like that. Like, it's just a lot of misinformation, and that's why it's important to, you know, especially when you have a voice, people tend to listen. So what game, like, you know, back to what Leisha's question, what gamers, who, like, who, show me, because the only things that I've seen is what people are told to feel. That's the outrage that I've seen, is what, oh, well, this person is outraged and I follow this person, so let me feel a specific way about this because I follow this person and I also think the way they do. Like, that's the type of outrage that I've seen. I've never seen genuine, oh, well, this is wrong. This is when I even to this day, especially with this topic.
Mm.
So I don't know. But yeah, it's the world we live in, I guess.
First world problems.
First world problems, right? Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yo, it really is like this really is some first world shit to really be like. It really is like some first world shit to really be.
Oh my god, video game systems aren't crossplay. Shut up.
God. Meanwhile, I'm running my shower for 20 minutes.
I know.
First world problems. Jesus. Moving on to the discussion. So Spider-Man does whatever a spider can.
Oh,
yo,
God.
Man, Spider-Man. Oh, yo, you know we getting into these puddle, man. Spider-Man versus the puddles. But nah, man. So, you know, Spider-Man obviously came out this weekend. Came out yesterday. Everybody and their mama picking this damn thing up. Like, I actually was very surprised at how many people were picking up the PS4 Pro Special Edition. I was very surprised to see, like, yo, a lot of people. I only got the collector's edition, and I bought it digitally, obviously. But I was very surprised to see, like, I was gonna buy the special edition PS4 Pro, but since I was able to pick up the 500 million limited edition console, I was like, you know what, I don't need to buy this one as well. Like, that's too much money I'm spending on consoles now. So I was like, you know what, I'll keep the 500 million and just, you know, get rid of that one. But Spider-Man, I want to start with Leisha's questions because I'm very curious. Leisha, I know you had questions from me and Demi.
I do.
About Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Ask away.
All right.
Demi, are you there?
Is Demi still here?
Howdy, I'm here.
Okay.
Howdy, power to pick up that hat.
So basically, my questions, because like I said, I've been watching Twitch streamers play, and from what I'm seeing, and maybe they're just playing around, just trying to get a feel for it or whatever, I really didn't see too many missions. I just see people just slinging from the walls, and I get it, you know. So like my whole thing is there really a replay value in Spider-Man? Do you see it? Do you see this as just being a hype thing because we haven't had a Spider-Man game in so long? Or do you really think like this game is going to be popular later on down the line? And my last question, I guess, would be like, what? I can't think of it. I'm going to think of it, but just answer those two first. I'm just trying to figure out how to word the last question.
Demi, you want to start off?
I say there's tons of replay value from the collectibles to the side missions. There's a lot to do in this game that I don't think anybody's really touching on yet. Because I'm getting sidetracked by just doing collectibles and landmarks and stuff like that and really not even touching the story. But I can't purposely unlock things until I actually advance the story, which I'm trying not to do just yet. Because I'm actually a guy that likes to knock out all the side stuff first and then get to the main course. So I do think while people are just swinging around, because the web swinging is very like therapeutic, and it's just really fun to do. I do. There is a lot of replay value to this game.
Okay. So do you think that it's all hype though? That's the do you think like this is like a hype release, and like let's say in December nobody's gonna be playing it anymore? Not saying nobody, but it's not gonna be as many people.
Well, it depends, because they do have a roadmap of DLC that's supposed to be coming out.
Yeah. There's so the way it's set up is they have this DLC expansion pack called City That Never Sleeps, and the City That Never Sleeps comes with 3 separate DLCs, and the first DLC releases October 23rd. The next one, the first DLC, which is featuring Black Cat. So Black Cat is going to be the villain, or whoever, and it's going to be more missions, more challenges, more collectibles, and things like that to do in that expansion. And then the next DLC releases in November, which is also going to they haven't revealed who the villain's going to be, and it's going to be collectibles and things like that. And then the last one is in December. So there is going to be tons of replay value in the game per se. In terms of the base game itself, yes, I feel like there is a lot to do in the game itself. In terms of hype, that's a hard question to answer, just because for a lot of people, especially a lot of people that have been following Marvel for years, Spider-Man is a hot commodity. Like he's like the face of Marvel. Let's be honest, Spider-Man is the most profitable and the most popular Marvel character, even to this day. So in terms of hype, I will say that, yes, there are a lot of people that are hyped just off the fact that it's Spider-Man. But then I think there's also a lot of people, especially myself included, that's hype that, that it's Spider-Man, but also at the fact that they are putting time into this game. Because before this game, we were getting, Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, which were the movie renditions of the game. The movies turned it to a game, essentially. And those were like rushed games. Like those weren't games that had love, care, and really was trying to implement or put things into the game that could make true Spidey fans happy. So that's why those games really get swept under the rug pretty quickly and aren't really remembered. But this Spider-Man game is going to go down in history and be remembered as a quality, good Spider-Man game, just off the simple fact that the lore that they put in the game, the time that they put into creating the world and creating the lore and creating the atmosphere of this Spider-Man game is something that you can tell from playing the game that they took time to do, because it's not a rush job. This is something that they care about, something that they want to do good in, and something that they want people to truly enjoy. So there is hype there, and myself included. There's a lot of hype, but it's warranted. You see people excited, you see people with the photo mode, and see people in videos, and you do see a lot of people swinging. Even myself, I sometimes I catch myself just swinging, because the web swinging, no bullshit, the web swinging, it really is that good. Like the developers meant it when they said you can really spend hours just web swinging around the city, and really it's true. And I find myself sometimes I'll be swinging to a mission, and I'm doing some cool tricks, so I'm swinging super fast, and I'm just looking at the lights and looking at the cars and looking at everything, and I'm just swinging, and then I'm like a mile away from where I was supposed to be. Like, oh shit, let me go back. And you just keep swinging. So
I guess what I'm trying to say is that it wasn't, for me personally, it wasn't as entertaining to watch. Maybe really? If I play, no, it wasn't, because what I was seeing, y'all was people swinging, and the missions. I really didn't see too many missions. So that's my thing. Playing the game, I'd probably fall in love with it. But for me watching the game, I was like, I can't be a spectator at this point. But
it's something you have to experience. It really is, because the combat and everything is really good. The gadgets and that are fun. The different types of suits, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but you know, the all types of suits that you can get, the powers, how everything works. Looking at it will get you excited to want to play to make you want to play. It's like, yo, this is something I want to play. Like I you know, you can't watch this. You want to play it because you really
exactly. That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
But I see what y'all talking about.
What's your other question?
I can't. That question's long gone. It's out of my head because y'all probably answered it, so I just forgot it.
But yeah, Spider-Man is definitely worth the 60. In my opinion, you're easily going to get at least 35 to 40 hours out of the game, just the base game. If you do buy the DLC, which is $25, you're getting 3 expansions. You're getting the first expansion literally next month, so it's going to keep you, you know, it's still fresh to the point where, you know, a lot of games, like, you know, when they say that they're going to have DLC, the DLC don't come out till the first one don't come out till December, January. And it's like, I mean, this game is long going out of my head. Like, I ain't even thinking about this. Like, that's how Assassin's Creed Origins was for me. They took too long. Same thing with South Park. They took too long with the DLC. But this game, the fact that they're doing it so soon, where the hype is still fresh, I think it's pretty smart, pretty good. So it's definitely gonna keep people in engaging for a while. And again, the world, the lore, the things like that, it really like, I'm amazed at how detailed they are with the lore of Spider-Man in this game. Because like, in terms of like collecting the backpacks, since you've been Spider-Man for 8 years, this is well past his high school days or even his college days. This is him as an adult. This is like, you know, this is like some Civil War Spider-Man type shit, you know, after. And I'm not talking about the movies, God, no. I'm talking about the comics Spider-Man, where, you know, he was married and he had a life and things like, you know, this is that type of Spider-Man. So when you're collecting like certain backpacks, you're getting little lore trinkets and stuff like that from back when he was in high school fighting, you know, Vulture or fighting someone. Like, you get all types of trinkets that really is cool to see and cool to get, because, you know, it, especially if you follow Spider-Man and you know Spider-Man, like, seeing these types of things and hearing him talk about it, it really, like, it adds to the lore and the atmosphere of the game, and it just pulls you in even more and makes you want to know more. And the gameplay, like I said, the people compare the combat to Arkham, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again. You can't compare the gameplay. You can compare the gameplay to Arkham, but realistically, the way Batman was fighting in Arkham is inaccurate, because Batman doesn't fight like that. Like, when he was like, you know, linking to everybody else, Batman is what, 6'3", 200 something. Batman wasn't fighting like that. Hell no.
Batman's like 6'3", 250.
He wasn't fighting like that.
He shouldn't be. Yeah, he shouldn't be moving around like that at all.
He was a slugger. Like, he was a, you know, like some, you know, he was a slugger. He wasn't no flipping and hell no. So, if anything, Batman was fighting like Spider-Man. This is like the way Spider-Man fights in this game. This is how he's supposed to fight. This is they got the combat right. This is how he fights. This is how he's supposed to be. This is accurate. Arkham isn't accurate at all. Arkham's a great game. The games are awesome. I love them, except for that last one, because that whole Batmobile shit was annoying. But that was inaccurate. But it's a great game. It really is a great game, man. Demi, what you think, man?
So far, I'm loving it, man. I'm impressed. You know, I thought it was just going to be one of those cash-in hype things where they weren't going to get it right, but they are.
Yeah.
I see the setups. God, you know, I'm not really a big on collectibles kind of guy. I rarely go for collectibles in games, because sometimes I feel like they're just in there to waste time. Like Arkham Knight, where they kind of like made you do certain things instead of like giving you the freedom. Yeah, instead of actually giving you the freedom to like move around. But yeah, I find it fun. The web swinging is fun. The unlocking the suits is awesome. How they incorporated certain characters is wonderful. Man, I'm actually thoroughly impressed. Like, I don't know. Like, I found myself like really enjoying the Arkham series. Like Arkham City is my favorite one out of the three, but that was the only one I really played like crazy, like Spider-Man. Where I stayed up playing it. Spider-Man, I'm just like, yo, I just want to go around swinging some more. I want to go around sightseeing. I want to talk to people. Like, there's still things I haven't done that I really want to experience. You know.
I've only done 2 of the 15 side missions because I have to advance the story to make more pop up. And then another thing that I like is while you're swinging, crimes, like the world is alive because it's not just pre-planned things. Like while you're swinging, there's crimes that'll happen, and you know you'll hear it over the police walkie talkie or whatever. Like, you know, such and such crime, someone's robbing a store, da 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 da. And then it's like you can either go do it or not. And if you don't do it, J. Jonah Jameson gonna get in that eye. Yo, they go, yo.
Yo,
it really is
talking
alive.
about J. Jonah Jameson, bro. He comments on the suit that you're wearing.
Yeah, he does.
Bro, I'm wearing the Punk Spider suit, like the Rockstar suit.
Yeah,
and he's like, "There's a metalhead Spider-Man going around the city." I grew up in the 70s and 80s when punk rock was around, and he's about to be a menace to the city. And I'm just like, what? He really comments on the suit you're wearing?
Yeah, it was great. It's great. The attention to detail, and you're already in the lab, right? Not to spoil it, don't spoil it, but that setup. You see the setup that's about to happen, right? Yeah, that setup's gonna be good. That setup's gonna be nice. I'm liking it already.
That and the mix scene. Oh, the mix scene.
The mix scene?
The mix, the dinner scene.
Yeah. That was. I got some good pictures right there too. When they were sitting across from each other, I captured some good photo mode pictures that I didn't post up on Twitter yet. I'm gonna post them up later, but that mix scene was really good. That was a really good scene. And then at the end, I was screaming. I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
The hat just allowed itself in the gravity.
The hat out the window, bro. The hat out the window.
You know, it's really good. You know, I can't get enough of it. Like, this I've enjoyed Spider-Man games. Like, I've enjoyed Web of Shadows and I enjoy Shattered Dimensions, but we've never had a full-on, free-flowing Spider-Man like this.
Mm-hmm. And
this isn't to knock the Spider-Mans of the old where people enjoyed it, but those games don't even hold a candle. Honestly,
they don't. This is not an exaggeration, and this is just my opinion, obviously. But this is the best Spider-Man to ever release, in my opinion.
All right, Kanye.
and honestly, I want to see. By the time from now to when I finish the game, I want to see what they're going to potentially do if there's a sequel.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys think that they're gonna add any other Marvel characters like outside of the Spider-Man?
See, now that's a spoiler that I can't. Did you do all the sightseeing yet, Demi?
I did, and I can't say anything.
I can't.
Oh, well.
I can't because the way this world is set up.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, listen.
This might be the precursor to like an Avengers type thing.
Listen.
Oh, well.
Listen, I'm not talking. I'm not saying.
I can't say nothing.
I'm just saying.
The landmarks,
as they say in The Wolf Among Us, these lips are sealed. I can't say anything.
But you know how dope that would be? Because honestly, like, okay, so Iron Man was the flagstone for everything, every Marvel movie right now, basically, and for the universe of the Marvel movies that we have now.
Mm-hmm.
So if this Spider-Man is like the flagship for like a true Marvel series type game, that would be kind of hot.
That would be fire.
That'd be hot as hell.
But you know, we have to see something from Crystal Dynamics. So
yeah, Crystal Dynamics is working on the Avengers project right now. We don't know what that's going to be yet. It's supposed to be like an MMO, right? That means something like that.
It's supposed to be like Ultimate Alliance. Last time I heard.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind an open Ultimate Alliance style game.
Fun fact: I didn't like Ultimate Alliance.
Really?
Mm-mm.
It's an acquired taste. I can definitely understand why.
Yeah,
I liked it. It was pretty cool. I only used the Wolverine and the Cyclops stuff.
But yeah, to not, we can't like really say anything. But
right.
The landmarks actually speak for itself.
Wait, first of all, damn, the game came out yesterday, and y'all already got spoiled. Like Jesus.
I mean, listen, look.
Well,
there's a certain building that's missing. But
yeah, there is a certain building that's missing that I was kind of sad that they didn't put, especially since such as
the deals.
the deal. But
Wow.
Everything else is
can I say
there.
one spoiler? Is it okay? Can I say just one spoiler? It's
Oh,
not
you
a
gotta
spoiler.
wait. Okay, say you're gonna say a spoiler.
I am about to say it.
Wait for everybody who don't want to hear it to leave, and then say your spoiler.
Guys, I'm gonna say a spoiler. It's not a spoiler to the story. It's just a spoiler to one of the landmarks that's there.
And then give them like a minute to leave.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of the landmarks that's in the game. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! I'm going to say what one of the landmarks in the game is. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Oh, where's the soundboard?
I am going to say what one of the landmarks in the game is. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so Rand Corporations and Alias Investigations are in the game.
Oh God.
Okay.
So the world. So what that pretty much says is the world is. It's a connected. Like what they're saying in this game is that these people exist in this world in this game, especially with the landmarks being there. So
I mean, as it should.
So you're right that this could set up for, cameos, in future games or, whatever the case may be.
This is a spoiler. This is technically this is a spoiler, but I'm giving y'all chances to move now.
Yeah. Spoilers. If you stay in here, you agree that you are going to listen to the spoiler. You better not slander Morgan friends.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's a Punisher spraying.
Wow.
Yep.
I was going around.
That's it. That's it. No more spoilers.
Wow. Oh, I'm getting all the tea. Yes.
So the game is deep.
The game is connected.
The game is deep. It's deep. They're really yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's why I'm saying this is the best Spider-Man game to ever release, because they really are pulling out all the stops for this. Because we never had a Spider-Man world this connected like this.
But you know what? They smart. They are smart, because Spider-Man would be the best. Because I can't think of another game for the Marvel universe to come out that would generate this much hype and this much buying power other than
Spider-Man's the only one.
Because even an Avengers one would be too ambitious. So yeah, Spider-Man would be your best option.
Not only that, but Spider-Man also, and people people, I don't know, but when it comes to Spider-Man is the same way as Batman, and we had this conversation before, Alicia, about villains. When it comes to villains, Batman's villain pool is arguably, well, you ain't arguing, it's a fact. Batman's villain pool is the best villain pool in the DC universe.
Yep.
In terms of Spider-Man's villain pool, not power, not how strong a villain is, Spider-Man's villain pool is arguably the best, and is also the most intertwined into Marvel, because Kingpin also shows up in Punisher comics and Daredevil comics. He messed with I can't think of this dude's name. Spider-Man, obviously. Pretty much, I think Luke Cage in them as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Green Goblin, come on, Green Goblin. And all these other villains that Spider-Man has in his world, you can really do stuff with. If we come out with a Hulk game, who's Hulk fighting besides Abomination? What lore can you really build around
Great Hulk?
Hulk, and not saying a Hulk game wouldn't be good. I would love a Hulk game. But what I'm saying is, in terms of the villains,
you don't have much.
You're gonna have the general and the army. Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna have Abomination. You're gonna have what's the scientist's name? I forgot his name. Steve Kern, I think it was, or something like that. I forgot his name. The super scientist that took his blood.
Yeah, the villain pools really matter when it comes to a superhero game.
Maybe
Hulk wasn't
Wolverine.
But he wasn't a good standalone comic. The Hulk's whole appeal is that he rounded out the Avengers. The only good thing about Hulk was the whole, to me, in my opinion, his standalone comics doesn't hold a candle to a lot of the other Avengers standalone comics. The only good thing I did like, the only good thing I did like was the whole World War Hulk saga or whatever. But other than that, to me,
you're right. The World War Hulk saga was great.
Yeah,
I think with Hulk, it was more so like it was more so about a battle, about a man battling his demons within himself,
which is
when
cool.
it came to the early comics of Hulk.
Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, I get it.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
But then eventually, you have to realize that Hulk's villain pool was pretty schmeh.
Yeah,
he had some good villains. Like he had some decent villains, even some that I forgot or didn't know.
But like most of the writing for Hulk is what he's going through.
Mm-hmm.
You know what though? I think Hulk. I agree with Leach in terms of Hulk's. I think Hulk was best. Or I enjoyed Hulk most as World War Hulk, when he was more so on that villainous run through the through Marvel, fucking everybody up after he came back. I did enjoy Hulk in that state. But Hulk as a game, like, how many times you gonna beat up a tank, man? I don't know. I just it sounds good on paper, but then it's like, and I remember when Spider-Man first got announced, so people say, oh, well, PlayStation and Spider-Man, give us Hulk. And I'm like, is that what you really, really want? Like,
No.
You really want that? No. Just because he's green don't mean he need to be there. No.
And plus, it'd just be a beat 'em up. It wouldn't even be like a true game with good mechanics. It'd just be one big old beat 'em up. Nobody.
If anything, I would want a Fantastic Four game.
Oh, will you go away? Go in the corner.
Dr. Doom is arguably the best villain in Marvel.
No.
Him and Magneto.
Magneto's not a villain.
He's an anti-hero, but he registers as a villain.
He's a villain. I'm saying he's a villain.
No, but Dr. Doom is arguably like,
and I'm not speaking in terms of even in strength though. But Doom was fucking with them cosmic beings.
Even in intelligence, bro. He's there, bro.
Like, he's up there, but he ain't smarter than
I'm not saying that he's like trash. I'm just saying he's definitely I don't want to say the best. Y'all taking it too far now.
He's one of the best. Doom is up there in terms of like notoriety. Doom is up there. Doom is way up there. The movies don't do Doom justice. The comics.
That's very true.
The comics do Doom. Doom was out here fucking with the cosmic beings. My man's was he had Galactus scared. What? After Thanos lost the gauntlet, who got the gauntlet next?
Well, yeah, true. Okay.
Who got the gauntlet? Who was out here raining havoc?
Doom had an island all to himself, and the heroes didn't even bother him.
Yo, listen, Doom was out here doing. Yo,
did y'all see the meme? Did y'all see the meme where there was like Doom always was on people's couches when they used to come home? He just be sitting up there with his legs crossed on somebody's couch, just
like, hey, what's up? I made a sandwich. You feel me? I see you got that grease-proof controller.
Oh no!
Hell no!
I played a little bit of Spider-Man. I accidentally deleted your data, bro. My bad.
Right.
Oh, don't worry. You ain't playing on Amazing. You playing on Spectacular. Doom. What one was that? Doom was fighting against the Avengers, and he had took who did he take? He had took someone hostage. Was it Thor? Someone he took hostage, but it's the Avengers came to save them, and they knew they couldn't beat Doom, and Doom was sitting on the throne. Take him. I don't need him no more. I'm beyond this.
And he told them, "Get off my island."
Yo,
I know what you're talking about. That was the animation. I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
He's like, take him. I don't need him. Get him out my face. Y'all, none of y'all are worth my time. Yo, and Doom, none of the Avengers could, and in that state where he was in, none of the Avengers could beat like Doom. None of them. Man, listen. They could make a Fantastic Four movie. I mean, game, and it would work.
It wouldn't sell.
You could use the Skrulls. You could use Doom. You could use Silver Surfer.
Villains are not a selling point to a game.
But it has
it's halfway a selling point because
it builds the substance.
Yeah,
you know,
villains can be a great writing to the game also and bring that influence to it.
Yeah, like what made Spider-Man so great is Spider-Man swinging and all that, but also the villains that's in the game. You know, they've got the Sinister Six.
Well, I'm so anti-Fantastic Four, so maybe that's just my.
You know, one thing before you go, one thing is that Sony was just like, we got to get the Sinister Six in here somewhere. They've been trying to use the Sinister Six for forever, bro.
Yeah, they were.
I don't know why. Like, they were
supposed to use Sinister Six in Amazing Spider-Man 3, but they canceled Amazing Spider-Man 3 and went with the Homecoming thing because Amazing Spider-Man 3 was supposed to be the movie that was supposed to be pretty much the Sinister. Well, they were supposed to do a Sinister Six movie, but then they also showed off the Sinister Six stuff in the Spider-Man movie, Amazing Spider-Man, I think 2, right? They showed Doc Ock's legs and everything. So, I mean, in Homecoming, they do have Vulture and Scorpion. So, we'll see. We'll see what they do. But yeah, Spider-Man PS4 exclusive. It's pretty good. It's amazing. It really is a great game. If you haven't picked it up already, what are you waiting for? Pick it up. It really is that good. Like legit. Yobari said Doom OP, one of the greatest of all time. Then he said, "Yo, I'm fighting Leash." Oh man.
Just not today because I ain't got time. Tomorrow. Come on, bring it.
But yeah, man. This is the show, guys. Man, it was really great. Really do appreciate everybody coming through. We're about to get into these outros. Starting with you, Leash. Go ahead, give us your outro.
All right, so guys, I promise that I will stream next week. This week was just insane for me personally, so I'm kicking. I don't think I'm gonna do another tequila stream anytime soon because last time it was a party, and I just recently went back and looked at my clips and my stream, and I was like, oh my god, I was lit. So I'm not getting that lit on camera anymore. You will not see me in that in that state.
No, man.
So yeah, so I'll be back streaming hopefully Monday. I'm still waiting on something's wrong with my Xbox Live, so I have to figure that out. Actually, I'll call Xbox support so I could play. No PlayStation slander, no Xbox slander, please. So my goal is to play Evil Within 2. But if I don't play that, I'll just probably kick up some State of Decay and we could just chill in my stream and chat or whatever. So yeah, that's what I got going on. Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays is when I stream. But that's it.
Yeah, guys, definitely check out Leish's channel, man.
On Twitch.
The links to all the stuff is in the description. We're ending this podcast with her with 2 L's.
I don't have two. I don't have two. I have 1 L, and I don't even really count that as an L. Okay, but
2 L's, and so make sure you check out her Twitch. Link in the description. Her Twitter. Follow her. Don't be weird. Link in the description. Subscribe to her YouTube channel. Link is in the description.
Don't be weird.
Support my peoples, man. Support my peoples. Like you have to. And then my boy Demi. Yeah, give me outro, bro.
What's up, guys? God Reviews here.
Oh my god.
Glad to be here. I'm trying to get back into the Spider-Man universe, even though they don't have the one suit that I would desperately wear.
You know what suit? I think I got spoiled on a suit too. I was like scrolling through YouTube and I seen a thumbnail. And I'm like, oh my god, don't tell me they have that suit here. But go ahead, continue. Sorry.
They don't have the one suit I wanted, but it's okay. We'll make it work. Spider-Man impressions coming up right after work today, so be on the lookout. And the Spider-Man review will be coming this week. I'll be teasing the thumbnails on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook Gaming, all demigod reviews. Come on through and help the channel, help the growth.
Yo, support my boy Demi. My boy Demi be out here. He posts a lot of good content. He streams. He does all the good stuff. He does reviews. I'm inspired by my boy Demi and him and Leash. I'm inspired by them. Okay?
Oh, stop.
They out here doing the Lord's work. They out here providing quality content. They out here playing games. Yo, why wouldn't you want to support these people? Support them. Yo, go subscribe to my people. The links to all their stuff is in the description. For me, y'all already here. Y'all can subscribe if y'all do. I really appreciate it. If y'all don't, I still appreciate y'all coming through. Follow me on Twitter. My Twitter changed now. It's not persona_YT. It's persona_Mog. M-O-G.
Hey.
My boys out here. Mog and friends out here. We out here. Mog out here. I'm out here repping for the Mog. So, follow me on Twitter. You're going to see a lot of Spider-Man stuff. You really are. I think I lost like 2 followers because I'm posting so much Spider-Man shit.
Like, no lie. That's all he's been posting.
Yes. I post a lot of Spider-Man stuff lately. I'm hyped. I'm geeking. I'm sorry, guys. I'm happy. I'm hyped. So I'm gonna be posting Spider-Man stuff today as well. So yeah, you feel me? Y'all might want to wait till Monday before you follow me. You feel me? But yes. What else am I doing? Stream wise, I'm not streaming Spider-Man because I'm not. It's being streamed enough. Y'all can go watch that. But I probably will. I'm gonna probably stream some Blaze Blue this week. I know the patch is supposed to be coming out, I think Tuesday. So I think after the patch, I'm gonna go through with my character Carmine Gordo, make sure everything working properly. Because they pulling, when they do these patches, they tend to say they ain't gonna change nothing, but then you play your characters and something ain't right, and it's like, well, what the hell is this? So I'm gonna stream this week for sure, but this weekend I really just want to spend time. This sounds super pause when I say this, but I just want to spend time with Spider-Man. And
that's his girlfriend, y'all. I just want to spend time with my Spider-Man. That's it. Get
L number 3 goes to her. So Spider-Man, playing some Spider-Man and some Destiny 2. This weekend I'm really on some antisocial shit. I'm really playing games. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't care. What else? We got a Discord, guys. Make sure you join our Discord. The link to the Discord is in the description. Join our Discord, man. We trying to build up the Discord, get it up there. It's popping. Demi set it. I set it up, but Demi really set it up, man. He added the news section. He added the YouTubers United section and all this other stuff. I'm like, okay, Demi, I see you, bro.
I still don't have it finished, so I will be adding some more today.
There's a lot of different channels and sections, but join our Discord, man, because it's gonna be growing. It's gonna get popping, man. Trust me, the Discord's gonna be good. And if you got topics and stuff like that, y'all want to throw at us, y'all can do it right there. Like, Mog and friends, why don't y'all talk about how many L's Leash has? All right, we'll do that. You feel me? Like,
no, you're at the top of the leaderboard, though.
Oh, we can talk about how I'm just this great, amazing person. I mean, we can do that. If you guys want us to talk about, Demi and his hat, we can do that.
Okay. Oh my God!
You hear the hate? I'm Doom out here. Get him out of here. Let him hate, man. We Doom out here. You feel me?
But end with an L.
Wait till the street one. But guys, man, we really do appreciate you guys. You guys all spent y'all Saturday morning with us, and we appreciate you. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Whatever y'all do, have fun, be safe, enjoy. And we'll see you guys next Saturday, same time, same place, 11 a.m. Eastern. You guys have a great weekend. Peace.